For those of you who don't know me, my name is Michael Kierce. I'm a real estate investor and fund operator. Over the years, I've worked with a wide range of investors who've built success in very different ways, business owners, professionals, and operators, many of whom eventually start and ask the same question: is there a smarter way to deploy capital, especially retirement capital, outside the stock market? On Deployed, I'm not here to pitch. I'm here to understand how successful people think about capital, risk, long term decisions, and explore how tools like self directed IRAs fit into that making. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Sergio E. Sanchez, who has fused his medical background, with over 2 days of expertise in computer science to drive innovation in cybersecurity and network security. And he's currently the CIO at Coleman Services. Is that right, Dr. Sanchez?
That's correct. Hello,
Awesome.
Michael. Thank you very much for having me in your podcast, in your episode.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can answer all the questions that you have and answer myself some questions here.
Well, great. Well, great. Well, let's get into it. Before we talk investing, though, I'd love to just get some context. Tell us what your path of success looked like.
Well, again, I am a medical doctor from the University of Mexico, and then fall in love with an American woman, moved to United States, and discovering that to continue my medical career was to be a little bit complicated because you have to pass, the medical board certification test exams, and that was going to take basically 3 years of my life plus residence again.
Wow.
So with that in mind, I decided to go for my second love, which is computers. I use computers since I was 12 years old. I will put a number in my age right now, and I can tell you that my first computer was a Commodore 16.
Wow.
Normally, everybody hear about the Commodore 64. No, I have one before. So now telling you that age. So learning about computers by myself in the beginning, I come from a time that computer programming was just not there, no schools at the moment. But basic, Fortran, Pascal, all those passed through my mind. And well, coming to America, deciding to take another, you know, route in my professional life, and I went to Columbia University. Explained my case. They took me in, and 3 years later became a master in computer science there.
That's awesome.
Jobs that I had, I can tell you companies like Philip Morris, Activision, Apple,
Mm,
General Electric, uh, several life science ones, Eversana. So I've been very lucky. Another one was basically I was the chief information services officer for the Catholic Church here in United States.
wow.
Now, basically, back to the health care industry, helping my company to basically come to the 21st century in everything related to technology. And as you can see now, every day is something related to AI. So AI, my relationship with the AI is a love-hate relationship.
Right, right. I bet.
Mostly because I love it that everything is done now basically with AI. You don't need to be a photographer, a musician, a poet, a analyst. Everything now is in the tip of your fingers with a correct prompt.
Right,
But
right.
with that in mind too, everybody can be a hacker. Everybody can be a scammer. So you have to be ready for that part of the AI too.
Wow, wow, yeah, I bet, yeah. So much there. So much I resonate. So before I got into real estate, I was an IT project manager, helping Fortune 500 companies with their digital transformation. So I hear you when you're saying you're trying to help this health provider come into the 22nd century, right? On sort of,
Yeah, basically, actually, 21st.
yeah. And so I can empathize and relate there. Wow. So during your time and all the success that you had. Oh, and another question I wanted to ask too. You mentioned that you were at Activision for a little bit. Did you ever work on the Call of Duty games?
Call of Duty, Skylanders, Tony Hawk, Guitar Hero. I have over 50 titles under my belt to be in the
Wow.
credits. So
Yeah.
last one that I worked with them was Destiny 1 and 2.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So were the old ones, and after start working for Apple. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Destiny. I remember when the first one came out. That was fun. That was the first time you could kind of like collaborate with other friends. I can remember that. But
Yeah, so let me try to show you, and I don't know if with my camera, I don't know if you see over there in the wall,
yes, they got
right
oh,
beside my Star Trooper,
yeah.
that's a trophy for 16 years working for Activision. Is every single controller, suppose is silver, and it's
Uh-huh.
so heavy that thing has fallen a couple times in my life. So
That's cool, man. That's cool. Yeah, I still play Call of Duty, man. Every chance I get, I try to get some gaming in.
yeah, me too. Me too. You have to give me your username and we
Okay.
can have some fun together. I
Okay.
can show you where to camp.
Awesome. Awesome. Yeah, I love rank play. Rank play has just took me over the last couple of years, man. I like that competition. It's pretty fun. Cool, cool,
Believe it
cool.
or not, after a day working at the office,
Yeah.
my wife basically is like, "You're going to kill people?" Like, "Yeah, just for fun.
Yeah. Doing the game.
Relax me."
Yeah. Doing the
Yeah,
game.
of course, in Call
I
of
get a
Duty.
I get a Corona, man, and I just chill. I love it. I love it.
Yes.
Um, so great, yeah. So you had a lot of success. You worked for some great brand names. Was
Yeah.
there a moment where your relationship with money or risk changed over that time?
Well, yes, personally and company wise, I was in charge sometimes of budgets of these companies from the IT department. And absolutely, I believe finance and investment is a living thing. Every single day, something new can come.
Mm,
And like that, you have to adjust. Sometimes it's also like a roller coaster. Sometimes you will see it all the way in the top and the next day all the way down. And you have to be prepared for both sides.
hmm
And with that in mind, you have to learn, even if you don't want, how you handle your money. What is good, what is bad. So that's important.
Yeah, 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 true. And as you became more successful, did the way that you think about capital evolved because of that?
Absolutely, yes. And sometimes in my life also I wasn't that successful. Life surprise you sometimes with things that you don't expect, and all that capital that you have, sometimes you have to take in consideration. Well, I need to survive today. I need to pay these bills today, and sadly, I will have to, get rid of some shares. But I think we pass through that, everybody.
Yeah.
Unless you are Elon Musk, that I guess you are not that worried about money.
Right, he's about to
But
be
in general, the average, I will say not only the average American, but the average citizen of the world, we are always worried of how is our way to become successful.
hmm
And in some cases, actually, this is funny. I have a friend that I was asking him a couple days ago, what success looks to you like? So is money, is houses, is cars, or some people just wanna have a tent for ice fishing.
hmm
Like, okay, so the definition of success is also the same one for me as happiness.
hmm
For one, whatever is happy for you can be not happy for somebody else.
hmm hmm
So the definition of success, mostly in the finance point of view, is to be able to be independent
mm
of do whatever you want, and you are not worried for that money that will get you to be in a house, to have food in your table, and basically to live. And I compare that, a million years ago, when we were roaming the fields looking for prey, looking to hunt, or looking for nuts and berries. Uh, we didn't have time to think about anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks God, somebody discovered agriculture, and that let's put these animals around a fence around, and then we have now extra time.
Mm.
But what I want to make this an idea is all those people that was worried about eating every day, now that they invest in planting or keeping animals, now they got this independence and this freedom to do something else. And
Mm.
thanks to that, we have writing, languages,
Mm-hmm.
art,
Mm-hmm.
and technology.
Yeah, human innovation. Absolutely.
So the same way today, is a lot of people out there that they are sadly suffering because they don't know uh, how to get money to have the basic food and a roof over their heads. Forget about a cellular phone.
Mm-hmm.
That is secondary.
Mm-hmm.
And that is interesting. And from my cybersecurity point of view, being also the CISO of my company, I have to be up to date with the news.
Mm-hmm.
And just I was hearing yesterday that 4 years ago, today is 67 years old woman, she got a scam. The classical, she tried to go and see Netflix and went to the wrong site and has, a pop-up in the screen that says, hey, you have a virus, call Microsoft to this phone.
Mm.
So sadly, of course, it wasn't Microsoft.
Mm-hmm.
And after 4 months, these scammers got around almost $1 million. They erased all her investments and all the things. So the poor woman was living with bare, I think, just Social Security, to the point that she said that she used to disconnect the coffee maker. Right after was making coffee, she couldn't afford to keep that connected.
Wow.
Thanks God, the Secret Service, and if somebody from the Secret Service is hearing right now, thank you guys. You are doing a great job. They were able to basically get the bad guys. These guys already invest this in crypto coins, and they were able, the Secret Service, to recover the money.
Wow.
And actually, I think the woman, with after 4 years interest and the crypto coins, she got over $1 million back.
Oh, because she then became the owner of their crypto.
Yes, well, they discovered, hey, this is the crypto. Thanks God was only Bitcoin,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so they gave it back to her, and it's a happy ending, which normally doesn't happen that often.
Don't happen that often. No. No.
So you have to be careful in both sides. The first side is like, what are you investing your money? And second, all these scammers that now are laser aiming you thanks to AI, that is a tool for good and bad.
Yeah. 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 Along those lines, so how do you think about risk today versus earlier in your career? Has that
Well,
changed?
this is so funny. Normally, early in my career, I was thinking that the only factor in my decisions for investment was me, only me.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty young guy, I was 30 years old when I came to United States. Coming from Mexico, really, and even I was already a full-fledged surgeon over there, so I have good means to live. But in Mexico, we didn't have any idea about shares,
Mm.
about buying shares, about retirement per se.
Mm-hmm.
At this moment, I called my friends over there, and they don't have nothing related like a 401k or
Mm-hmm.
403,
Mm-hmm.
nothing like that. So they depend on two things. One, the work that they do and save money. And two, if someday the Mexican government will give them something. And we know how goes that across the planet.
Right.
So instead of, depending of somebody else's decision, if you are going to have money or no in your life, I think you need to take the reins and says, I need to do something because the future runs pretty fast to you. So, with that in mind, and the answering your question, the way that I see risk, yes, has be different because now even geopolitical situations across the world affect your investments.
Mm-hmm.
Can be up, can be down. I remember with COVID, you have shares for the pharmaceutical companies making the vaccines, poof, go up. But if you have, technology companies making chips in China, that went down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So, and that happened across the world from the United States. So, also, the political environment, the decision that we take, again, not only personal, but also in your company. I
Mm-hmm.
can give you examples that I need to buy 300 computers and call my provider and says, okay, I need 300 computers by in a month for the new offices or the new people coming to work. And they says to me, well, we have the computers, but we cannot sell it to you yet. Why? Like, because we don't know about the tariffs.
Mm-hmm.
So one day is 50%, the next day 35%, the next day, no, we will wait. No, the next one, forget about it. So that
Yeah.
changes in the policies of any country government, like also affecting whatever you are doing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but normally I can see the investment sometimes high risk, moderate, on conservative of how you want to invest your money and the risk that you are taking getting that investments.
Mm-hmm.
And that high risk to slowest pace can change too,
Yeah, drastically in a minute.
can
Yeah.
switch completely from hours. So it's interesting.
Yeah. So thanks for sharing that. How about liquidity? What roles does that play for you now? Is it important as predictability?
At this moment, I think liquidity is very, very important. Uh, don't have, and this is my opinion again, don't have all your assets in liquid form because sadly you don't know again what will change. And what is cost you $1 today, tomorrow can be costing you $5. Or I hope one day what costs $1 today, tomorrow is 25 cents. But I don't see that happen. So it's important to have. Uh, I will say, just like an emergency situation, it's good to have some uh, things that you can act and have in your hands right away.
Yeah, yeah,
That is important.
makes sense. And are there any types of investments that don't interest you anymore at this point?
I have to tell you, I'm open to everything.
Yeah.
I'm open to everything because I think you have to have multi-factor options here. You have to expand, not only be, like, oh, I love technology, I will be just in technology. Oh, I like food, I will be, in the food industry. No, I think you need to diversify to everything that is out there, whatever you can get your hands on. And also, I always like to see, oh, what is new in the what options are new, what companies are coming, what they offer. And yes, sometimes you have these companies that they comes with great, amazing ideas, and then 2 years later, 1 year later, you see that they couldn't come to fruition, and yeah, you lose some money there. Uh, Time is important too. 2000 what 2012 when Bitcoin came out and was less than $1. I remember a guy in, I think it was New York. Uh, he has, I don't know, coins, bitcoins,
Mm-hmm.
and he wasn't patient enough. And he called, I think, Little Caesar Pizza place,
Hmm.
and bought two pizzas for 10,000 bitcoins at that time, which at that time I think
Yeah,
was like a $25.
yeah, 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 yeah.
And if you can Google that, it's funny because that has been the most expensive pizzas. I think the pizza now is valorated in around $16 million, something like that.
Wow, wow.
So yeah, look for that in Google.
Yeah, yeah.
So timing of investment is crucial sometimes too.
Mm. Nah, I
Not for the faint of heart, but
yeah.
it's important.
No, no, that was a great point. So, how do you decide when something is worth your attention, or if it's just noise?
When they make noise, and I'm going to tell you something that uh, is a little secret between you and me.
Okay.
Again, I love technology. I love and hate AI, and I'm able to create, a program using AI to go and check every single day for news that will be giving some insight in what to invest. I have to tell you this because my kids now, the youngest one is 20 years old, but I want them to start investing, start to put money apart in a safe account or saving account or invest.
Hmm.
And of course, new kids, they prefer watching TikTok more than finance. Who wanna see the monthly full
Yeah,
report? What the
yeah.
heck is that?
Report, right? Exactly.
So it's an application. I will not say the name here, but it's an application for Apple and Android devices that
Nice.
allow you to buy fractional shares. Uh, Start with S and finish with Tash. So and I told them to put it. My friends and daughter have it now, but it's like what the heck is this? How I know what to buy? So I create this little application using AI that I give it to her and says, okay, every day in the health industry or in the technology industry or all the industry or in general, what to buy. And that every day or when she has money or want to invest something or buy something different, just go there and ask kind of like a ChatGPT or Claude, hey, what is good to buy today?
Hmm.
And boom. So I can tell you that all these hedge funds people now will be worried about AI too.
Oh yeah, yeah. They already started. Yeah, they already started using it.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. I like that. I like that. So, you mentioned off the camera that you do have retirement accounts. Are you familiar with the self-directed IRA? Do you have one? Have you ever heard of it?
yes, I have one. Yes, which in my case I have to tell you is I got it and I try to forget about it.
Why is that? What happened?
uh, looking at your money going up or down freak a lot of people. Actually, I'm completely sure that you have people that is addicted
Mm.
to watching their money, how their money is going every 5 minutes. And with phones now and applications. So it's no mental health there at all. So
Now, that retirement account, is that with your company, or is that an account that you manage on your own?
actually, both. With my company and also my own.
Oh, you have two separate ones.
Yes,
Okay. How did you first learn about the self-directed IRA? How did that happen?
I have a friend, Lorna Go, that actually is funny because now does full time that for a living. In the past, he was learning and telling me things. I was probably, the confident guy that, hey, look, I found this. Why you don't apply? Blah blah blah. So that's more or less how I learned.
Okay.
Um, you know, Finance never was my theme to go. I, you know, didn't care about too much about what to invest or what was an IRA or what is a share. But now I think has to be part of schooling.
Mm-hmm.
I will tell you that we have a bunch of subjects in the school, mostly high school or junior high school, that the kids never will use in their lives.
Mm-hmm.
Learning about finance, I think, is crucial,
Mm-hmm.
and is not there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, is so many things that. When was the last time you did a square root?
Right. No, you're 100 right.
And if you need to do a square root, you get a calculator,
You're right.
and right. So,
Yeah.
and again, I coming from a generation of people at my age that no, they need to know how to do it. Why?
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, I was just helping my 16-year-old with his algebra 2 math, and I had to show him how to do it. And the whole time he's like, "Why do I have to know how to do this?" And I couldn't give him a good argument. I just said, "Just do it because you have to right now,
Yeah.
and do what you need to do. You buy it." Going back to the self-directed IRA, was there anything that surprised you about it once you understood it?
A lot of things. Yes. Uh, what means, what was, how it works, how I have to get in, how to get it out, etc., etc. Yes, basically, I was how you call it in the video game industry. I was a newbie, and
Yeah,
I consider myself still a newbie. So,
yeah, yeah, understandable. Um, are there any types of investments that made sense for you with that account versus like maybe your 401k?
well, it makes sense. Yes, I feel, and again, this is a feel, and I am not a feel guy. I'm normally a logical guy, but in this case, I was feeling was more stable. That was more. That's why I was telling you. Is to me was like get it and forget it. That was more continuous step up. So that is, I see, shares mostly kind of like a video game too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like it's a guessing game.
Mm-hmm.
With the IRA, I think is way more stable.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's for all
When
people.
yeah. One of the things I remember when I first heard about the self-directed IRA, I didn't really get it. I didn't really understand it. And then I learned that, oh, you can use it to like buy real estate. That's what kind of like attracted me to it.
Yeah.
But then I learned, oh, any profits that self-directed IRA like purchases, the self-directed IRA is like an entity. So any profits that I make have to go back to the self-directed IRA. I was like, oh man, like I want to keep my profits, right? But then as I started to
You
um,
have to be patient.
understand a little bit more the tax benefits, right? It's the same way like the 401k, right? The only difference is I get to control where I put the money at. I don't have to just put it in the stock market, right? I could
Yes.
lend to a business owner. I could lend on a fix and flip, right? Some
Mhm.
custodians allow you to invest in crypto. So once I started to understand that, I started to understand the advantage of it and how cool it was. Um, yeah, so that's awesome. I wanna kind of switch over to like passive lending and get your thinking on that. Um, why do you think retirement capital often aligns better with passive investments versus the active ones? Because you mentioned numerous times that you just have to set it and forget it. Why are retirement accounts kind of good for that?
Because to my point of view, it's an easy way to grow that investment. To me, I think that is the way that you have to start early in your life when you have your first check, and that will become a source of income too.
Mm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
Uh, to me, kind of like is similar to that saving account that you don't touch, and that give you also another option, even in bad times when people lose their jobs or the economy goes down. I believe that is one more source for you to keep you up.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That is one.
Are there any aspect to lending that appeals to you more versus like ownership?
Uh, I have to tell you, I will, in my case, prefer ownership. Uh, I probably it's a controlling issue with me more than nothing.
Yeah,
Yes.
you like the control. Got it. And have you ever done any type of passive things, or have you always just gone to ownership?
Normally, I do passive things mostly.
Hmm.
Also, I do a lot of things in my uh, professional life that sometimes eh, take me my attentions sadly out of that situation. So
I, I bet.
it's not that it's complicated; it's just time consuming.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. What advice would you give someone that was sitting on a large amount of capital in like a retirement account, like a self-directed IRA?
Oh my God! So invest, invest, but with knowledge,
Mm,
research. Uh, Again, now you have a bunch of tools out there that you can do at home. You have a lot of people out there that can help you. You have a lot of companies that they do this for a living. Use them. So don't go this route by yourself,
mm,
because if you think you know what to do, sometimes like we talk, Michael and me, you get surprises like, huh, I didn't know that happened.
mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And I put all my money, all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
Oh. So you have to, before you do anything with money, be sure what you're doing. Number one. Number two, at the beginning, use the money that you have extra, which is a funny term for me. Extra money. Like, yeah, who has extra money today? But if you do, go ahead. If you are a young kid that you already have a job, but mom and dad is still paying for you, your phone, your internet, your house, your food, take that money and do something with it. Not just go and buy video games.
Hmm.
Not that video games are a bad investment, but
Yeah, yeah, no, no, no. Along those lines, great point. And I know you mentioned earlier that in schools we should have more financial literacy, right?
absolutely. I think that is one of the things. I mean, I will not tell you anymore. Like, they need to, teach the kids how to sign a check, because who sign a check now?
Yeah,
I don't use my wallet at all. I
yeah.
go to out of the house with my phone. Has my license, has my passport, has my credit cards, has my ATM cards. I don't need a wallet.
Everything's digital now. Yeah.
Anything. Actually, this is a funny story. Last December, every grocery store has the Salvation Army.
Hmm.
You see the people with the bell and the basket for the cash. And, I get inside the grocery store. There's a woman there, like, hey, do you want to donate? You know what? I'm so sorry. I don't have cash anymore. And she get her phone and says, I have Venmo. So, okay. So, it's funny. Salvation Army now is up to date with technology, because who take cash?
Yeah.
Are you know
I think I seen in the news. I think it was China or maybe someone else. They were scheduled to get away with all paper currency and just go straight digital. I forget, like it was like a TikTok.
Well, I don't know about that, but I know that Central American country. I wanna think this uh, Nicaragua or Honduras, one of those.
Okay.
They make Bitcoin the official coin.
Wow.
I don't know how good or bad was, but you can also Google that. But yes, in Central American country that switch the coins to be
Wow. Wow.
Bitcoin.
Yeah.
I will not do that.
So a great thing I learned along the lines of financial literacy, Jim Rohn, one of my favorite mentors, he was like, "This is how you teach children financial literacy." He said, "When you get $1, right, you can't spend the dollar, right?" He said, "You take 10 cents and you give that to charity, right? Whatever charity you believe in."
Mhm.
He said, "You take the other 10 cents and you tuck that away. You don't spend that. You hold that forever. You put that in your savings account." And then he said the final 10 cents, you may invest that money into something, right? Buy an
Mhm.
asset. And then the other 70 is, you spend it, you pay your bills or what have you. And I thought that was a great kind of way of thinking about it and really breaking that down to a younger person who's still trying to understand money. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Yeah,
As
that's a good advice. Absolutely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it comes down to discipline, right? It's really what
Yes.
it is. It's kind of like dieting.
But
Um,
it has to also come to early age.
yes.
One of the scary part here is always, having kids is they become 18 years old and now they are target for credit cards.
Yeah.
And you can see going first day at college,
College. Yes. Yeah. That's the same
first
kind
day,
of thing. Yeah.
before even you get your syllabus.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
hey, here, credit card.
Uh,
Like,
yeah. So I remember I did telemarketing in maybe my sophomore and junior year in high school.
so you was the guy calling people at dinner
That was,
time.
that was me
Okay.
calling you at dinner time. Yeah. And I remember I was selling credit cards. And I learned early on that, like these things can really trap you up. So I kind of knew early on, I kind of stood away from where all my friends ran to the table to go get a credit card. I was like, nah, I'm not
Yeah,
going.
yeah. I know. I want to
I'm,
be free.
I remember when I got older, I was like, I'm not going to use credit cards. But now I kind of understand the importance and leverage. But yeah, I was fortunate to kind of understand it early on. Um, what kind of conversations do you think more investors should be having around retirement capital?
I believe first and foremost is knowledge. Knowledge, again, of what investment decisions they will take, why they are going to take that decision, who influenced that decision, how much money without being worried you can invest. Uh, and mostly is that research, research, research.
Mm, mm,
That
absolutely.
is that is my main advice always.
I love it.
Don't go blind to, because again, you have people out there that they want to scam you.
Hmm.
Um, we have horror histories even before the internet. Mr. Madoff come
Yeah,
to my
yeah.
mind.
Yeah,
Remember?
yeah, Madoff. Yep.
So you have to, try not to be putting yourself in a problem.
Yeah.
That is what is important.
Well said, Dr. Sanchez. Well said. Dr. Sanchez, thank you again for joining us today. Uh,
It's a pleasure.
for those of you listening, if this conversation resonated, share it with someone who built success and is now thinking about being more intentional with their capital to deploy it. And if you're curious more about how self-directed IRAs can be used for passive real estate backed lending, you'll find some resources in the descriptions. Thanks again for joining us for Deployed, and thanks again for sharing. Thanks,
It's
Dr.
a pleasure, Michael. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.